Visiting Sri Lanka is an experience like no other. This beautiful island, with its unspoilt beaches, its history, its wildlife, and its gentle people who have suffered 30 years of civil war and a devastating tsunami and are still gentle, friendly people. As I said, an experience like no other. Our first stop was in a bungalow in the middle of a paddy field. It's rather interesting to see when they grow the rice. They put a stick with half a coconut shell on the top so that the birds can roost on them. This way, the birds kill the insects that could infect the crop. Quite clever, that. We had a minor disaster when our safari jeep got stuck in the mud and we had to get another jeep to tow us out. I have never before seen a tightrope walking lizard. I've got a feeling he regretted it. One of my favourite animals is the elephant, and I must apologise for the number of elephant shots you'll see in this video.
Guy, and you see the mask coming out.
There's the baby.
Between the eye and the ear.
Small baby.
Yeah, it's a very small baby in there.
Where's he gone again? He's hiding. Wait for me.
He was away from the herd.
Yeah. Mom.
There are some strangers around here.
Yeah.
They're charging. They're charging.
Yeah.
I see the small one.
A young male.
These are some of the activities when they have the small babies in the herd. See?
Yeah, there is the baby. Here he is
Yeah,
again.
there's a small one. Yeah.
How old is he?
No. It's like a couple of months.
Yeah.
These gentle creatures are very protective of their young and will quickly chase away anything they consider a threat.
Teenagers.
Yeah.
Always like that. See the two eagles.
This beautiful little bird is a bee eater. Wild peacocks can be seen everywhere, and they have very little road sense.
In the same family, there's another one, quite a bigger than these ones. They call the chestnut bee eater. These are-
Yeah.
Today we visited a Buddhist shrine, which is carved in the base of this huge rock mountain.
Holy water. This is only for special occasions.
How many are there? How many?
Altogether in the 5 caves, there are 152 life-size statues.
152 life-size Buddha statues.
The stone artwork and carvings are so fine you could almost believe that this pillow was soft fabric. These neatly manicured beds are in a spice garden, and they're pepper plants.
Yes, enjoying it very much. It's the first time we've been here.
All the various religions seem to coexist quite happily, and this rather gaudy construction is a Hindu shrine. This is our very good friend Neil, who was our chauffeur guide for the trip.
Come on, you two, smile now. Gotcha.
The botanical gardens in the city of Kandy is where all the brides come to have their wedding photographs taken. The big trees are favourite roosting places for the bats, or flying foxes as they're called. You have to be a little careful when walking underneath them because their manners are not so good. This interesting tree is called the cannonball tree for obvious reasons.
But I can't see them. You feel the smell of the flowers also now, see?
This stream is where the local ladies go to do their laundry. Amazing how clean everything looks when washed in muddy water. Personally, I prefer to see elephants in the wild. We did call in at this rather commercialised elephant farm. I was delighted to see that the elephant had the last laugh when he sprayed a trunk full of water over this well-manicured dolly bird. The local kingfishers are the biggest I've ever seen. This bird is about the size of a pigeon. Today we joined a group touring the Norwood teeth processing factory. The freshly picked green tea leaves are delivered to the factory and then laid out on these large drying trays where air is pumped through them for about 2 hours. They are then gently rolled and crushed on this big machine to bruise the leaf and release some of the flavours.
The worm wheel is turning, pushes the leaf forward, the pressure plate pushes the leaf backward, the leaves get compacted here, they start turning, these the metal cutters get chopped up into fine parts. That's it. Helping hand all day. So that's the sifter in action. Thank you.
The tea is then systematically chopped, ground, sieved and packed, ready for marketing. But the most amazing thing to me is all the different flavours of tea come from the same type of leaf. It's the processing that gives it its different flavours. It's then mixed and tasted by the tea expert. But the really hard work is done by these busy ladies who carefully pick just 2 leaves and 1 bud at an enormous speed. These tea plantations are absolutely massive. They go over the hills for miles and miles. These rather handsome fellas are called the land monitor. They grow to about 4 or 5 feet long and can be seen scurrying across the road. The plantation workers have a very small wage, but the plantation company provides everything for them, from their houses to their medical care to education for their children.
School teachers also there with saris. Yeah.
High up in the mountains, we stop to admire this beautiful rainbow. Now here's something I've never seen before. Incredibly long beans grown in a polythene bag. They grow to about 6 feet long. They taste quite nice as well. In an attempt to stop the elephants crossing the road and raiding a sugarcane field the other side, they've put up an electric fence. But the elephants are too smart for that. They pull a big branch off a tree and break the fence down with it so they can get across. This little fella is a jackal, but is in too much of a hurry to stop and talk to us.
My road.
They just might.
More jaywalking peacocks. Photographing bird life is never easy, but this obliging kingfisher made my day. Water buffalo would appear to have the art of relaxation pretty much sussed. This bull elephant just about tolerates us in his domain. Don't look now, Nelly, but I think that couple in the Jeep are watching us. From our safari lodge window, we can see the villagers going about their daily chores. But life in the local town is not so tranquil.
Some materials. Many times in circle. Many times in circle. Then they have to use
This farmer is shelling his crop of soya beans using his Landmaster tractor. Got to be cheaper than buying a thrashing machine.
Does he go the other way? Don't get dizzy.
These are all soya beans.
Back in the game park, we see this timid group of spotted deer.
On right side.
They are impressive horns.
Could be trouble.
Yeah, the other one.
And a pair of mongoose.
Coat was almost freckled.
But the highlight of our trip was spotting this beautiful leopard. We were very lucky, as these secretive creatures are rarely seen.
ඉන්න මේක රෙකෝඩ් වෙනවා. ඔව් ඉන්න.
Light was failing when we came across this serpent eagle, doing what serpent eagles do best, eating a snake. The snake was enormous, it was over a metre long. I did warn you there'd be lots of elephants in this film. I felt a bit sorry for this poor chap, as the two lady peahens who were watching in the distance lost interest and wandered off into the shrubbery. Apparently this poor old Land Rover has broken a half shaft.
The axle is broken.
This is a pied kingfisher. Strange as it may seem, this land monitor is sunbathing up a tree. These wild boar have found that it pays to chat up the tourists in the jeeps.
They are well into these foods now.
This interesting looking bird is a spoonbill. You can just see the radius part at the end of his beak. These charming little bee eaters are everywhere. I just can't resist photographing baby elephants. They're lovely little things. This tranquil beach is such a sad place. There was a cafe here, and the tsunami swept it away, along with 16 Japanese tourists and about the same amount of locals. They were never found again. We are nearing the end of our safari section, so I must have just a couple more elephants. We now arrive at our beach resort, and I was amazed to see this old guy climbing trees. He goes up to pull off the dead leaves. Apparently, he's over 60 years old, and he can climb 10 trees non-stop. It just makes it look so easy. It's absolutely amazing. All he has is a short loop of rope around his ankles and a pair of ridiculously short trousers. Our next stop is the old fortress city of Gaul. Because of its high embankments, it was spared damage during the tsunami. At a ridiculously early hour in the morning, we join a whale watching boat. Accompanied by Neil, our good friend and guide. It's a long bumpy trip, but our patience was rewarded by this school of spinner dolphins who came and danced beside us. We saw blue whale, but it was far too rough to film them, and so many other whale watching boats chasing it rather spoilt the moment. We are now between 8 and 10 miles offshore and in the shipping lane where we saw this huge crane. On the way back we came across a stranded fishing boat who had got engine trouble, so we threw them a line to tow them home, and they were mighty glad of some food and water to keep them as they'd been out all night.